The installation itself is called Sanctuary, and individual pieces do not actually have their own title because it's sort of one cohesive piece. This is actually my thesis work for my BFA show, so it's been sort of an entire year. There's no specific class. This is my independent work outside of anything. It's my personal research. Overall, it is a bathroom, but it's more about the difference between public space and private space, and this is my investigation of private space and sort of the psychosis which happens in private space. And so I'm trying to represent this very non-active decay which happens in private spaces because of the way in which people process their daily lives and how that sort of feeds into the architecture around them. The green itself was a little complicated. It stemmed from this vision that I had in my childhood. I had green shag carpeting in my bathroom, and I really wanted to depict this growth sort of overtaking this space. And I've also been really fascinated with mold and fungus throughout the year, and so I wanted to incorporate that into this piece as sort of this fungus that's consuming this space from underneath. Everything is handmade. I cast, which is a process of you have a mold and then you make multiples from that, and that's how the tiles were made. I had a gang mold of 6 actual tiles, from Home Depot, and then I came in and everything is plaster. So I cast all of these plaster objects. The tub itself is cast from an actual clawfoot bathtub. The sink itself is cast from an actual sink, and then I came in and I reconstructed them to fit my personal aesthetic. And all of the glass itself is also cast, so that is a different process that's slightly more complicated than the plaster casting. My goal was to take any surface that may be reflective within this private space and make it transparent so that the occupant of this space no longer can see themselves looking back. They sort of look through it, and it gains more access to what's inside as opposed to what's being reflected. I'm actually going to graduate school, so I got accepted to the MFA in Studio Art program in Maine, at a small school in Maine, and so in about a month and a half I'm going to fly myself across the country.